Hey guys, what's up? Lone Berserker here, and this is another battle in the DEI head-to-head campaign. And I know this is like the only thing I've been uploading, but it's like the only thing I do nowadays. I have played like 2 multiplayer battles since we started this, and that's not a joke, by the way. So here we have one of the battles against Pergamon, and obviously you've seen I'm playing as Pontus, my enemy. Sort of my ally right now is playing as the Antigonans, but he gets to command the enemy armies in these battles. So this is sort of like a major revolt against my rule, I guess, because the faction Pergamon and Sardis, rebelled against me and are now attacking me. While this is happening, I am struggling to keep public order across my provinces, which isn't good. I mean, it's pretty bad, actually, if you could see it from my side. Obviously, I might talk about that more later. So in this battle, we got some cool units. So my army is very diverse. Now, this was an army I kind of just threw together for fun, because I needed it to help against this war. I've got 4 Hoplites, 5 Galatian swords, 4 Sparabara, 2 archers, Pontic general, and then 4 horse archers from Sarmatia. So these guys came all the way from the steppes and are here to participate in this battle. Now this is the first of 4 battles against Pergamon. There is an unsuccessful city assault, then an ambush, and then a successful city assault. The ambush out of all of these is definitely the best, and I was going to show it first, but I didn't want to do it. I wanted to do it in chronological order, so I decided to do this one first, which was technically the first battle between us, Pergamon and I. So I have a pretty okay army. It's not the greatest. I was worried about the pikemen, but at the same time, I was not worried about these other units he has. I know the most Asian kingdoms rosters pretty well, since I'm like always in this area of the world doing something. So I know the capability of these units, and I know for a fact it's not that good. Like Harry and Axeman aren't that good. He does have some good skirmishers. He's got 1 Hoplite. No, he's got a few Hoplites actually, and then that's about it. Yeah, and then there's these Phrygian spearmen. So I knew that the pikemen were going to be practically useless once they entered these gates here. And that's where I needed to fight them, so that's why I'm doing this as a fort. In most situations, forts are kind of suicidal against an enemy who has a good army, but this army isn't good at all, so I was pretty confident. At the same time, I was very nervous. So I'm coming up here, and I'm just pounding his units with arrows, with my horse archers. This is too loud. Okay. I think it gets quieter and quieter every video I make, but that's fine. So basically, he's shooting my guys, which is smart. These horse archers, although mediocre one-on-one, in mass, they're freaking amazing. And they do work in this battle. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is I guess you could call it, yeah, there's 2 genders in it. There's women and men, which I find kind of cool. I wish there were more units like this. Like, there are very few in this, and historically, this is accurate. Women fought with the Sarmatians, not Sarmatians, horse archers. And they weren't allowed to get married unless they killed a male in battle, which I think is actually really interesting. Frig, I'd marry a woman that could kill a male in battle. So I bring my Sparabara up to just pound him with as many arrows as I can, and his pikemen are getting annihilated. And this is just the combined fire of so many arrows, and that's what makes this army deadly. Although it lacks heavy cav and, I guess you could say, durable infantry, it makes up for in terms of shooting a lot of freaking arrows. And they do a lot of damage to these pikemen here. And these guys, these units here, will play a huge part later on in this battle. So the first assault begins on 3 parts. Now, I will say this, we made a rule against burning barricades because of this. He is stuck here the entire game. Now, I didn't burn this, neither did he. The towers did, so obviously, you know, there's nothing you can do about it then. The towers burned it. They're always going to burn the barricades. So yeah, we made a rule about it, so you can't purposefully slow people down by burning the barricades, because it does take forever to burn them down. Like, they don't just burn normally like the walls. They take forever. So the best way to do it is by physically attacking them, but when they're on fire, you can't. And so the fire takes forever to burn. I think it's stupid. Also, back over here, I annihilated a unit of pikemen, and he is starting to feel the hurt already. So my Galatians will have a field day with these carrion axemen. Although they are elite, they are not good. I mean, elite in terms of experience. They have silver experience. How? I don't know. So for this entire campaign, Pergamon has been, I guess you could say, AFK in a sense. They haven't done anything. And so this sudden rebellion kind of threw me off guard. I was not expecting it. I had no armies over here. I had to run an army from Mesopotamia through Armenia into Asia Minor, which takes forever, by the way. And I'm pretty sure at this point, all my armies are just going to be used to these long marches, because we have them, like, everywhere we go. This is smart, by the way, shooting over the walls into my men. It does do quite a bit of damage. But the horse archers are like vultures. They have annihilated a bunch of pikes. They did get chased off, though, pretty successfully. Now, the first pikeman enters, and I have my archers shooting on him immediately, but, the hell am I supposed to do? They've got longer sticks. So really, the way to do this... Why are their shields white? Oh, that is weird. When you turn this way, they turn white. I guess they're glitched. The only thing to really do is just back out of the way and draw him in, which I will do in a minute. I have double Galatians going in here, by the way, trying to slow them down. Again, horse archers just kind of looking in the back to strike for opportune moments. Carrion axemen are not going to last much longer. He's got more coming in. So, these guys are getting shot to death, which was like my only real way of killing them. And I guess I can talk about the campaign a little bit too while we sort of wait in these stalemate moments. Recent updates in the campaign, all of Asia Minor is mine. I just hit my Imperium level 5. I have 80% Empire maintenance. I kid you not, by the way. Jerusalem literally makes me 30 coins per turn, and I'm not kidding. I could post a screenshot of it. They make me 30 coins. But my trade is booming. I don't want to do this, but I do have to start enslaving. Simply because the Empire maintenance is so high, and I am trying to fix it. I've got governors in almost every region. On top of that, I hit my Thorax Reforms. And this is kind of sad in a sense, I guess you could say. But I'm no longer allowed to recruit Hoplites. They're transformed into Pontic Thorax Spearmen. Thraeospears, something like that. And I get the point of it, because it's historically accurate. When Mithridates reformed the armies of Pontus, he completely took out Hoplites and Phalanx troops. And he replaced them with Thraeos, basically. Not literal Thraeos, but they were more like Roman infantry, like just lighter versions. And so I guess it does make sense that I'm no longer allowed to recruit Hoplites. But it sucks, because they're one of my favorite units for Pontus, and so... in the entire empire, I have 6 units left. So if I either convert them and just say, you know, screw it, whatever, or I keep them and try and not lose them during battles, but that's just going to make me play with them cautiously, which I don't do. You can see, I always have the Hoplites in the front, well, most of the time. They're just a fun unit. I think they look really cool, too. So that kind of sucks for me, but a good thing is I did get a new unit, which we'll check out after this. It's called Pontic Light Infantry, which replaces the Thraeos swords, and that is very useful for me, and definitely needed. I obviously get the Pontic Thorax Bronze Shield Pikemen. That's it. They're pretty good. Don't know how much I'm going to be using pikemen. I like sticking to the Persian side of things, or a mixture, actually. I do like mixing cultures here. In one of my armies, I have Armenians, Syrians, Pontics, and Sparabara. Which I think is... this unit's not attacking, by the way. We'll fix that. Which I love mixing cultures. Obviously, in a sense, it's not... historically, it never worked out. But video games are different. We don't have to worry about the language of other cultures. And I do have Sarmatians too. Like I said, like you can tell I'm mixing cultures quite a bit here. And Sarmatians are a pretty cool unit. Oh, by the way, and if you're wondering why he's not chasing them, there's literally no point. If he chases, I shoot him to death, and even if he caught up to me, he's only got 2 cav. I got 4. It's not gonna end well for him. Even though they're horse archers, they actually do pretty well in melee. Just not in prolonged melee. They're good for hit and run attacks. What is their charge, actually? 42. This shot cav has 47. So, in my opinion, frig, I'd take that light horse archer over that shot cav any day. But that's obviously preferences. And this is looking pretty good for me so far. I was pretty happy with the damage I have done. And you can see the situation. The thing with forts is that I don't like is that they become like the you know, small town fights. They become a death trap for you to just get shot to death in. And so that's kind of why I forted up, is because I knew I'm not going to be able to beat 8 pikemen on a field. And even if I do, it's going to be costly, because you can say I have no pikemen of my own. I have hoplites, but they can't fight pikemen head on. So I realized that it's either going to have to be an ambush or a fort. I went with the fort because of the towers and the choke points, and I knew that was going to favor me and my side of things. However, I do, just because I didn't want to kind of be a jerk and fort up twice. Oh, I charge out over here, by the way. I do an ambush battle, and holy crap, it's flippin' awesome. That will be the next one, the next upload. I do have quite a bit of catching up to do. I'm pretty far behind in terms of my opponent's battles. I've got a fun, huge African one against, he's in Africa right now, which is absolutely comical. So you can see there, like I just did to that unit, I lightning struck him very quickly, and I was able to retreat pretty easily, and I still got a few arrows that I can shoot with. Not many, there's like 1 or 2 bullets left. Maybe even that. Not even that, I mean. Alright, they had their bows out, so I thought they could still shoot. Over here, it's a pretty grinding mess right now. The pikemen are struggling to get by my units. So, for me, it's looking good. And yeah, this is why we said we can't burn barricades, because these have been burning all game. I don't understand it. The walls burn faster than that. It's really ridiculous. So he's got 1 hoplite there. What is this? A javelin unit? Yeah. He's got a cav unit, a carry and axeman, a pikeman, 4 more pikemen. Pergamon spams pikemen. I don't get it. I don't really understand why. Oh, here we go with my general. I can't remember this guy's name. He is. Oh, look at those pikes. That's cool. So he's coming into the action here. Actually, let's see if we can find him, because you can actually recognize the generals in this game, in DEI, not in vanilla. Where is he at? Is that him? No, he's got a cool looking hat. Where's the guy with the cool looking hat? Come on, Waldo, where are you at? We're like missing the battle to find my leader here. Come on, I know he's here. It must be that guy, but I know for a fact he didn't have that hat. He had a really cool looking one. This is ridiculous. Come on. Alright, Waldo. You win this time. Yeah, I don't know where he is. But you can spot them easier in this game. I just can't find him. Oh, here I go on a attack on his general here, which was being burned to death, by the way. And so you can see a pretty heavy shot cav unit, which is not bad. It's just being overwhelmed by the horse archers, which is exactly why I like them. They're good for situations like that, but obviously, like, if that was a 4-on-4 fight, I would lose. I'd have to obviously shoot him a bunch and then charge, but even then, it's not going to end well, so... Obliges are kind of being grinded down here, but my general throwing himself into the fight is encouraging my units to fight a bit longer. I'm still looking out for him. I know he's here. Did that unit just break? Yeah, they did. Come on. Cookie for the guy who finds him in the comment section. I thought I just saw him. Come on. Whatever. I'm done. So at this point, my opponent is out of units. He can no longer keep the assault up. I effectively defended the fort to the death. And I did it, in my opinion, pretty well, but there was nothing my opponent could do. Like, attacking forts sucks, especially when you don't have missiles. You're screwed, actually, if you don't have archers. Or even Peltist. Peltist might actually be better. I do charge that unit and quickly overrun him. So yeah, I think Peltist would probably be better than archers. I don't know. I like Peltist more. I think they're cooler. If you haven't noticed, by the way, I have like half my units just because they look cool. Like, I got a unit of chariots. They'll probably never be effectively used, but they're just in the army because they look cool. And I would have elephants in that army too, but they got heat stroke in Syria and died. I'm not kidding either. It got so hot in Syria that even the garrisons were taking attrition. Which isn't good, by the way. That's terrible for me. Because my units just unnecessarily take damage. Well, the ones that are there. So, the Pergamines are defeated. This was a very important victory for me, because if I lost this, my kingdom would have been very, very exposed. So, decisive victory. So yeah, you can see the armies here. If this was a set-piece field battle without the fort, I would say I would lose. Hands down, actually. But because it's the fort and you've got crappy units like Carry and Axemen, you're not going to win. You need strong swordsmen like the Galatian swords, actually. They do perfect in an assault. Or even the Spara Bar, they would do good too. So you can see my units did good. My general kicked butt. The Pergamene general died. So the new unit I got, or the new units, I guess, I got, are quite important. So I got, in this, when I hit the Thorax Reforms, I get Pontic Light Infantry, which are way better than the Thoreos Infantry, by the way. And then I get Pontic Thorax Swords, which are my best sword unit, basically a sturdier version of the Galatians, so not really much of a difference. Spear Infantry, I get the, yeah, here they are, Pontic Thorax Spearmen. They replace the Hoplites, so it's close. I wish they had javelins, because then I would definitely take them over them, but they don't. And you can see the difference in the pikes. Way better pikemen, but again, I don't really like pikemen that much. I think they're kind of crappy. Too much to micro. I also get Thorax Peltist and Heavy Archers. Then I was getting Pontic Thorax Lancers, Pontic Bosphorian Cavalry, and I think that's it. I was already able to recruit the Skirmisher Cav. So the campaign right now is looking like this. So you're probably heavily confused as to what the heck's been going on. But a lot has changed. We're on turn 142. This has been pretty long, actually. It's been fun, but it's definitely been long. We partitioned Egypt. Now my opponent is struggling to finish off. We made an agreement that I would get the islands and the coastal towns in Jerusalem, as far as Jerusalem, and he would get Alexandria and Egypt. Now, I'm fine with that. I don't want Egypt. He can have it. Egypt is just like Sarmatia and Egypt. Look at the distance between them. It's ridiculous. I can't defend that far off between my provinces. So I'm content with just this as to what I have right now. In my opinion, it's perfectly fine. I like it. I like my little empire. And yeah, with the fall of Ephesus, that kind of changes the balance of power. And actually, fun fact, guys, my enemy's allies are all breaking off away from him, and so are mine. So we've both just been going on this rampage where we kill all of our old allies and stuff. So a lot is changing, to say the least. We once had a bunch of allies. Like, all this territory, right? Like, I'd say this was governed by allies. So I had to kill all of them, and I've still got allies here, 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 and the biggest ally, Cartley, which owns all this, just broke off from me, which absolutely sucks, by the way. His allies, like, what I would say from this dot to here, that's what they own. Then they own southern Italy, Corsica and Sardinia. They own Spain, and then they own Athens. So yeah, that's about it, guys. And I guess actually I can show you the Macedonia, what he gets for his Thorax Reforms. So he gets, what does he get? What does he get? He gets Royal Peltist, Thorax Swordsman. I don't know if he gets Galatian Thorax Swordsman. That looks like an area of recruitment unit. Then he gets Thorax Spearmen, Thorax Bronze Shield Pikes. I don't know if he's gotten Shield Bearers or Elite Guard yet. I couldn't tell you. He must get a cav unit here. I think he... No, I think that's it. Yeah, his roster doesn't change as nowhere near as much as mine. My Thorax Reforms are very important for my survival. Especially these two units right here. Thorax Peltist and Heavy Archers. Oh, I already have Syrian Archers, but the Pontic Heavy Archers wouldn't be bad. So that is all for the video today. So like I said, there will be an ambush video coming out soon. It's very fun. It was an awesome battle. So close. It was down to the wire. Well, we'll see who can win that battle. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.